The Box Elder County Fair is here, and Talk of the Town features rodeo clown and cowboy Randee Munns about his years of experience. Young entrepreneur Presley Call has created buyer bags to thank those who support your kids at the fair. We also have the highlights from our sports last week.
Well, I've been at this game for a long, long time. I started when I was a kid riding my dad's dairy calves, wanting to go to the junior rodeos. And from there we went to a few junior rodeos, which they didn't have very many at that time, and then into the high school deal. I was actually the State of Utah High School bull riding champion in 1967. And then I went to college and, entered 3 and 4 events there. And then eventually, the second year I was going to college, I was at a college rodeo picking up bucking horses, and the bullfighter didn't show up. And the old boy, Dale Hazen, wanted me to be the bullfighter, and that was in 1969. And I've never quit since. So we've had a really, really illustrious, real fun career in the rodeo business. I roped and bulldog for years and years in that deer, and I entered steer wrestling there for about 35 years, even when I was clowning a lot. And so, what do you say? 53 years later, here we are, we're still at it. Enjoy livestock. The challenge, the rush, it's quite the bull riding deal. You got 8 seconds, and it seems like a long, long time, but yet it's not like that. The adrenaline rush, as I said, like that really keeps you in it. And I'm very competitive. We wrestled, all through high school and in college. I like to fight and wrestle, and so it was just a challenge to, make your motor run. That's why I got into the bull riding and the bullfighting deal. It was ironic. I was picking up bucking horses, and they were paying you like $10 a day, and you got to fighting bulls, and they were pay you $25 a day to fight bulls, So I was doing both, and I was wondering what I was going to do with all my money. There's an element of fear, but you have a trust in yourself and a trust in them. Basically, in that bull riding deal, they're creatures of habit. They do the same thing normally year, time after time after time. So if you work the same outfit, you learn nimbles, you learn, what your limits are, basically like that. So not really, I really enjoy it. So yeah, there's a fear element there, but not enough to scare you away. When I first started, for 20 years, you were the bullfighter, the clown. You done everything. Nowadays they hire 2 or 3 bullfighters. You have a clown, you have specialty acts. So it's changed a lot. And to answer your question, you wanted to entertain the people, but you couldn't bring the same thing back. I've got a half a dozen rodeos, I've been to for over 30 years in a row. And so evolving that, I have to change them acts. And so you do a lot of thinking. You pick on your wife and get her to help you. We've got to come up with different acts. I like the animals. I like the horses. I like the mules. I like the dogs, things like that, as well as mechanical. I've had a lot of mechanical, cars, fire trucks, name it like that. And they're fun and they do but they're a pain because you never know where they're going to start or not. The entertainment factor is different. It's a challenge, and it's not a rehearsed deal. It's not like I won't say football games are good and like that, but they do the same thing. But the rodeo business is a different cowboy, different horse every time they go every night, so it changes a lot. And so there's an aspect there of, a variety that people don't get to see all the time. And there's always a physical challenge, no matter whether you're a bullfighter or a clown or a contestant, or a producer as far as that goes. These guys, you start out and you do your very, very best, and you try and learn from your mistakes, basically, So as time goes on, hopefully you get smarter and you don't have to work as hard. You have better acts. You're in the right place, the right time. I fought bulls till I was like 53 years old. And then I finally decided, if I was going to keep doing this, I just have to get out of that business and just stay in the barrel. So, and I actually paid more money to stay in the barrel and tell jokes than it did to fight bulls. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. As far as the aging element, yeah, from that 53 years that I fought bulls in there, when I was 53, I'm 73 now. There's been a transition in your body parts wear out and get old, but you have to stay in shape. I ride a bike every day. I have an exercise program that I do. I ski all winter. I love to ski, and so physically you got to keep doing it. Probably the biggest adrenaline rush that I do right now is the helicopter skiing in Canada. I mean, that helicopter lands and you get out, put your skis on, and it's always really steep and very deep, and you look down that thing, hill, and think, wow, now what's this here, and so you just kick off, and you got big old wide skis, and you just kind of lean and they turn, and it's quite a rush, up on the mountain like that. I still like to ride colts. I do a lot of colt riding, started a lot of colts, done that my whole life, and you can work them in the round crowd, ground drive them. I put a clown dummy on them, do a lot of things for a week, but still when you step into that saddle in that seat and you get old that first time, there's a rush. you don't know whether he's going to buck, run away, or if he's just going to walk off like he's supposed to. So, yeah, there's some things that makes your motor run that I do all the time. Well, the Cowboy deals, was fun and does that, and I still go to lots of Brandons and still rope a little like that. I don't enter a lot at the team roping as much as I used to like that. I just kind of wore my shoulders out. But for sure, probably the clown deal. That's what you look forward to every year. I think I counted. I've been to like 25 performances, and I got like a dozen left. So we're busy, all summer long. There's not a lot in the winter. I always do one. I bull ride in New Year's, and then like, usually in March I go to Vernal and do a bull riding over there. A couple rodeos. I used to go to Arizona quite a bit in the winter. I don't do that as much. I used to for them rodeos. So in our country, there's not a lot in the winter. First pro rodeos and things that I do like that. So one or two a month. In January. Maybe some February, March like that. But we actually get started in June, and then it's every week clear till October.
And how does the Golden Spike Rodeo compare to the other ones you go to?
Probably right at the top of the list. Brent and that crew, they've worked really, really hard to make that a really awesome. They had a lot of money. They have a great stock, and the Cowboys come. That's the big thing. Look who's here, and off our Cowboys. So, there's half a dozen really top-notch rodeos I go to, but Tremont has always been my favorite, and it's on the top of my list. St. George, Utah's a great rodeo, too, one of the last ones of the year. They had some money. It's in that Sun Bowl, but Tremont just keeps working harder and harder to become a better rodeo, have better contestants, add more money, and do greater things. I've had 3 people tell me that I've quit rodeoing and the only rodeo I do is Tremont. Well, like I said, that's not true. I've been to over 20 performances and I got about a dozen, 15 left. So you look at it like that. The 100-year deal at Tremont's coming up here pretty quick. I hope I can last and be there on their 100th. I've had parts replaced and lots of them operated on and fixed. You just got to be careful and make sure they keep working, I've only ever broke one bone in my whole career as far as rodeoing, and that was when a horse fell down. I won a suicide race at Elgin, Oregon, and had a horse hit the river and fall down, broke my foot once like that. But yeah, I've had a lot of stitches. But we go to the rodeos and we have a lot of fun. I guess the adrenaline rush on there as far as the bulls and getting in the barrel like that, but enjoying the people like that, Well, I always have some, Randee Munns rodeo clown frisbees that we throw, that gets them running. I also have the T-shirt deal there, that T-shirt kind of gets a lot of rapport with a lot of people. And so there's a lot of rewards of being a rodeo clown. You have to make a lot of friends, meet a lot of people, and I travel all over the western United States. I go to Oregon, Washington, Montana, Wyoming, Nevada, Idaho, California. We've been in a lot of places and continue to do that. And so it's a lot of fun. I'm very fortunate in my life because I get to go someplace different every week. Like I said, a lot of them places I've been to for 30 plus years, and I know the people, I know the community, and you become involved with them for just a week. Like we're going to Burley, Idaho, Cassia County Fair. Tomorrow I'm leaving up there, and I've been there for 30 years. So there's lots of fun people. And in saying that, the Cowboys come and change as they get older, but I recruit a lot of students at these rodeos to come to school too. So there's a double-edged sword there, and I always haul my colts so we can ride them there. So there's a lot of things you get to do besides just get in the barrel and be funny and tell jokes. Well, I started teaching welding over there in like 1977 for Utah State, and I got recruited to teach the Bridgeland classes, and we actually started a welding program for high school kids and kind of in a full-time deal. So I did retire last spring. I'd been there 45 years teaching welding at Bridgeland Technology College, and it was a great deal. I really miss the kids. That's what I miss about the deal. I enjoyed the students like that, and time evolves like that. You taught for 15, 20 years, and a kid comes in and says, well, you taught my dad welding. I said, well, that's good like that. And then another 20 years went by, and the kid shows up and says, my grandpa said he had welding, and then you think, maybe I've been here too long. So I had a great legacy there, and I the kids, the people, everywhere I go. Last weekend I was to a rodeo, and I had 2 former students come talk to me that are welding, and one of them I remembered their names and one of them I didn't. You have 100 kids a day, it's hard to remember them. So you make a lot of friends and help people prosper in their lives, and that's the benefits of being a teacher.
The Business Spotlight segment of Talk of the Town is made possible by supportive sponsors who allow Bear River Live to feature community stories and all the good that is happening every day in our county.
You have this great idea to start this little business where you're going to make some bags and you're going to give some products so people can give them to their buyers. How did you come up with that idea?
Pretty much I just wanted to make money, try to be different than just lemonade stands. So I just wanted to do something different. And this was to help get stress off our parents from trying to get them a bag last minute. So what's going on in the bags is like cardstock. My mom bought a Cricut like a while ago, so we just been using that to cut it out. And then we like stuff them with tissue paper from the dollar store. And then we get the bread from Old Grist, the honey from the print store, and then the candle, popcorn, and pens all from the Sassel.com. And whatever your heart desires is where we've gotten all the stuff, what we've put into the bag. The bread at Old Grist is really good, especially with butter.
Why do you feel it's important for people to thank their buyers and support them in that way?
Because when you're buying your kid's animal, a lot of money, so it's a little like, thank you for buying my kid's animal. This was a lot of money. Here's a gift bag. So we're selling for a long time. We're probably not going to stop for a while. Like, we got Halloween bags, so we got to get those sold and gone. And so you can reach my mom on her Facebook.
We love the fair. My son showed 1 year, and I was that mom that was last minute going, crap, I got to buy a buyer bag, and scrambling to find something. We love all the aspects of the fair. I grew up in Utah County, and I thought Spanish Forks County Fair was like the bomb, but nobody's got anything on County Fair, and every year it just is getting bigger and bigger.
The only fair I've really been involved in my whole life. Grew up in Layton, but moving up here, this has been really the only fair I've been to, and this is one I've always enjoyed. So if there's ways that we can support different families, different people, just by helping out or just going to the fair in general, seeing all the hard work that the kids and the parents, grandparents put into it, it's just kind of amazing, and make it easier and support the kids do what we can.
She has come up with ideas after ideas for wanting to make money. I think she's going to be my little entrepreneur. This one just kind of fell in. I'm like, let's do buyer bags. So initially it was my idea to have her do the buyer bags, but it's something that she is passionate about. She creates them. She gets on my Cricut and she'll cut them out, how she wants the bags to look, what she wants on them. I think it's huge. I think it's very important to support local businesses and small businesses. So when we went and we bought stuff to put in the bags, it was from a little local store, Everything Your Heart Desires. It's a cute little craft store. The owner is amazing. They've got a lot of really cute stuff from different vendors that are in there. And by putting that into her bags, that supports the local businesses that are selling and have their product there in her store, as well as just trying to just making it easier for the parents. Like I said, I know when you are at the fair, you're there late nights, early mornings, you're making sure that your kids are cleaning their animals and their stalls are cleaned, and you have the white shirts, if you got their 4-H shirt, you have their patches, and it's kind of like, this is kind of like maybe a last resort, and this just releases some of that stress off of the parents, who it's already a stressful day. It's already high energy with everything that's going on. And so if this lightens the parents' loads to just, hey, thank you buyers, we love you, we appreciate you, with something that's yummy and tasty, that's local, and kind of just helping to support what's already going on that week, that's what the purpose is behind it.
Battle, here's a good run here for the Jayhawks. Into the middle, takes her time in. Robinson. Gracie now with a kick. And off the pole, the cleanup here by Kamek. To the middle, gets disrupted. Butler with a kick and a score. Walker pops this one up. Robinson sets on the far side. Robinson punches this one out. This is Evans coming in. Kick to the middle. Here's a shot, and snag one out of the air as Emily Robinson, Nick Walker wants to hurry. Free runner, Robinson comes away out of the goal, deflects this one away. Last-ditch effort, but it's blocked away. Even Flores all the way out of the goal. It's gonna roll, and it's gonna score from the far side. Flores coming up to help as time expires.
Coach, we're not really sure if it's a 2-0 win or a 1-0 win, but maybe a little lower scoring game than you expected, but still a nice win. Talk about how your girls set up a lot of good things, but maybe unable to capitalize on a few.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start with the fact that it took us a while to figure out how to build the attack, and I think we were kind of on our heels when we eventually got there. We didn't put it away like we have been, like we saw in Ben Lomond. I think there's a lot of frustration for our girls, and I think we were in our heads, and that's kind of what prevented us to kind of capitalizing on when we were able to build.
And so you guys, you had Butler score, Lexi, who had a really nice goal, great opportunity, even though it maybe didn't count. Tell me a little bit about those two.
So Sydney is just an incredible player. She's a sophomore this year, so I'm super glad that we have her for the next few years. She's so versatile and intelligent and just calm on the ball. And as you could see, like, it took time, but she placed that ball so well. It was a beautiful goal. And then Lexi's just incredibly, I guess, aggressive and has a lot of desire, and she works hard. And as you can see, like, she pushed till the very end. Even though her goal didn't count, she was working till the last second. So both incredibly talented, hardworking players.
And then your defense is so fast. Like, they can get beat, and then they'll turn around and just take the ball again. Tell me about them.
Again, just talented players, very strong minds, very smart players, very athletic players. They all communicate really well with each other. They don't get snippy at each other for the most part. They're, again, just a good group back there, very strong.
Really hot day, a lot of tired players. Were you able to make it through all your players today?
Yes, we had our full swing roster with us, and we subbed everybody in, except for our third goalkeeper, but everyone was able to get minutes today, which was good for that varsity experience that they're going to need as seasons go on. So.
And then a really nice save by Emily there at the end, because kind of scary, could have tied it up. Tell me about that.
She has just been in it and aggressive for the entire game. I'm so proud of her for just like staying in it mentally with that. Great save, great form, just coming out aggressive when she needed to. That's exactly what we needed of her today.
Okay, and then you guys have West on Thursday. Tell us what you got to do to be ready there and to keep this winning streak going.
Yeah, we have to come out way stronger than we did today. We came out fairly low intensity. If we do that against West, I foresee that we'd get scored on fairly early. We have to be strong on the ball. We have to be aggressive, and we can't hold the ball too long. That was one of our weak points today, is they were just super aggressive and pressed really hard, and that caused a lot of problems for us when we held on to the ball too long. So that's something that we need to get away from to be successful against West.
Okay, thanks and congrats.
Thank you.
Your goal didn't end up counting. No. But talk about incredible grit and playing to the very end. At what point did you see the goalie and know that you could get it?
Well, she kind of came and pushed me over, so I knew she was out, and so then I just kicked it.
And what was the thoughts as you kicked it and realized it was going in?
I don't know. I thought it was cool. I knew it wouldn't count, but it was cool.
Sydney, you are our player of the day, or of the game, with the grill coupon that we'll get for you. And you scored in the season opener against Box Elder, and then another beautiful goal today. Just tell me a little bit about what it's like to do that as a sophomore.
I don't know. It feels really good to be the one scoring. I don't know. Just felt really good.
Who are some of the players around you that help set you up in order to do stuff like that?
I think definitely Gracie, me, and JJ, and Emery. And I think Liv in the back, even just throughout the whole field, like, she helps a lot.
And so what do you guys feel you're going to have to do in order to keep this winning streak going?
I think we need to keep doing what we're doing and keep the talking and just communicating and connecting with each other as a team.
Okay, so Emily, really great at the end that could have potentially tied it. Tell me what was going through your mind.
I don't know. It was just like all instinct. I don't really remember what happened. It was just all, I was like, before that I saw it coming in. I was like, hey, like, take a deep breath, like, instinct. And like, I saw I believe it was Ken's like miss. I was like, okay, I have to go out. Like, and I was just thinking like, we gotta win. Like, our team has worked so hard. Yeah.
And so you had some great saves. You've got an incredible defense in front of you. Tell me a little bit about what they do to make your job a little easier.
Oh, I love my defense. They are very good at stepping and covering, especially the 2 center backs, Livia and Kenzie, and like Shelby, or if Mods goes up, then there's always a center coming back. It's just they're so good at talking and moving. They're so fluid and trust each other, and that's what makes it work.
So we're seeing good things from Bear River. What do you think we can see as the season progresses?
You're going to see wins. We're definitely going to like pick it up, and it's not going to be the 5-0 losses that we had last year. We have a lot of good team chemistry, so it'll be good.
They will wipe away Wynn's goal, so 1-0 is going to be your final score.
Fremont with the serve, great pass. Pushing it outside to Adams. Fremont gets it up. Oh, solo block from Adams.
For the Silver Wolves.
Tips the net, the Bears are able to get it up. Adams coming in, making a clutch hit right there. Zell with a good pass, out to Adams. They'll keep it on Sadie's side, block. She's gonna go hit again. This one is, off Fremont, out of bounds. The right side tip, good effort. They give her that one, and Bears able to make it across. Looking for that back corner, and the Bears, they'll go to the middle to Christensen. Nice tough one through the block. And 3 balls, short 3 balls sent over. Nice dump. Back and forth. A nice dump by Fremont. Excellent pancake. Bears get that up. This one also tight to the net, and Bears win that. Nice back row hit by Adams. Served by the Bears. Off the net. Tips the net. Drops right in front of Fremont. Passes it over. Then goes to the middle of Christensen, and she gets it through the blockers. It's a short serve, up and over. Alexi Reese. Nice sharp angle right there. Out to the outside to Giselle. She goes down the line. And outstanding. Hinder getting the serve.
Close.
Great play by the Bears. Good up by Fremont. And this one falls into the net. Goes on Bears side. Great blocking from Fremont. Sadie's going to hit it again.
With a soft touch.
Yeah.
Final in this one, 3-0. Here for Fremont. Looking right all the way. He's got a man and a step, and coming down with it in double coverage. Talon Mark. And here to Jones. Owen Olsen all alone in the backfield. Free rusher coming. Able to get rid of it and find Marble for a catch. Down reach here before the half end. A little miscommunication. Ball popped up in the air. Tyson Brager able to catch it and bring it down. Here's a throw and a catch. Marble able to bring it down. Olsen scrambling. Sargent on the move, chasing him, and here's a catch by Marble. Embracing 1-1 on the top. A quick throw over to Marble. Marble spinning, making a couple guys miss. He's still free until Olsen with the throw across the middle of the field. The catch from Roberts. Throw wide open. Marble has to tap it around. He gets. Kick is up. Band right through the upright. Stone Eagle. Looking right. Gonna tuck and run. And takes a shot. Let's try it again. Now Roberts with a bigger step. Only got one guy to beat. Stays on his feet. He's gone. Chase Roberts. Shotgun. There's his wrong catch. Good move. Frees him up. There's a Frank Mace getting first down. The backfield. Throw across the middle of the field. Caught by Jace Roberts. And nice snap. Blitz is picked up. Just wants to scramble out. Coming back for some help. Throw to the end zone and caught. Jace Roberts. Quarterback keeper off to the left side. It's a good blocking, breaks it open. And the Frank Rescue first down. And your final on this one, Morgan Trojans 49, Bear Bears 24.
It's going to be a long week filled with rodeo and fair, and we'll have some of those events featured, as well as an interview with new principal Jacob Balls and the school district on the new school schedule. Get ready to head back to school with Talk of the Town.